You know, there is one thing that scares me the most. So many of my friends spend an enormous amount of time on TikTok and Instagram, and this really scares me. So today I want to talk about productivity. There are so many videos about this topic on YouTube nowadays, but I consider myself as a hard-working guy. Maybe not the smartest one, but I have a lot of intellectual work and I manage to maintain balance between work and rest. Yes, I used to be lazy, but everything had changed since I embed these things. This is my experience and this is okay if it won't suit you, but I will be happy if you can get some useful ideas for you. Yeah, I work 11 hours per day. Sometimes even more and sometimes less. And yes, I don't have any weekends, holidays or vacations. Of course, I'm a freelancer, but I'm pretty productive almost all the time. I have enough time for sleep, rest, a walk in the park, sports, meetings with friends, and even more. I eat 5-6 times a day and have a good shape. Surprised? Then keep watching. How not to burn out? This topic has always been interesting for me. So I always dive into some experiments with myself, and every time I find some brilliant working features that boost my workflow and give me advantages in different aspects of my life. Yes, my life is far from ordinary. I don't go to work every day from 9 to 5. To be honest, I have never worked for anyone, but I really appreciate the opportunity to work freely with my projects and with my customers. This freedom gives me the first problem. I often can't stop working, literally. Not always, sometimes I, like each of you, face laziness and procrastination, but I have a powerful toolkit to overcome these monsters, and then it's so hard to stop the train. The only thing that can literally stop me is my headaches. Oh, I have a lot of headaches. But anyway, you can't go sleep in the middle of the night because of your unstoppable inspiration. Do you recognize yourself? What about morning? I usually wake up at 8. I drink a glass of water and then I do sports, push-ups and resistance band. The next is cold shower, and after that I am ready for breakfast. This has been my basic routine for the last half a year. If I can find inspiration in the morning for my current project, I usually start some touch typing exercises to improve my fast typing skill. I found it so useful for me. It doesn't require a lot of intelligence, but it's much better than scrolling endless reels on Instagram. Typing practice gives my brain feel of real work, and after 10 minutes I can solve real tasks without fear of being distracted. I might also learn some new words or rules of the Polish language or dive deeper into learning English. After that, I'm proud of myself that I have started the morning having already done at least a little something useful. Usually nothing can stop me during the day once I gain my normal work speed, except my headaches. Everybody who has worked as a freelancer knows that it's so hard to manage your time properly and focus on your work. It's easy to get distracted by unnecessary things until the deadline is approaching. Do you recognize yourself? You know, I can't even properly separate work and rest because my workflow automatically integrates into my daily life. I find so much pleasure in working on my projects, and this work even brings me money. What a wonderful bonus! But when I become a workaholic, my body gives me signals that I need to rest and recharge my brain and body. To avoid extremes, you have to learn how to relax your body and your brain. Until you understand how your body works, you won't succeed. Eat the ugly frog first. Do you remember I mentioned a few minutes ago about my morning routine? Here is a tip. I always try to do the most unpleasant work first. I can allow myself to start my working day and warm up my engine by doing some simple and lovely things like language learning or typing practice, but in the next few hours I have to start solving the most tedious tasks. It can be some boring order from a customer, like making a series of Instagram stories or some paperwork, utility bills management or whatever. And when I ate that ugly frog during the first half of the day, then the rest of the day I'm mega productive. Nothing holds me down and I'm running into the overproductive mode. But if you really enjoy your work, if you work with maximum concentration, it can be harmful to your mental and physical health. Your eyes are getting tired, your neck strains, and your brain receives less blood, among other things. That's why it's so important to give yourself a break. At least every hour or two if you are working at the computer. Oh, this time for rest, by the way. I developed a habit to walk across the room, to look into the distance and do some simple eye exercises. I stretch my legs and wash my face with cold water for better blood circulation. Also, self-massage every hour or two. It takes 2-3 minutes. It doesn't affect my work and I continue with a slightly fresher brain and body. This is a small step, but it is so important. You can prevent serious problems from occurring in the future. Additionally, you will be able to work longer without feeling overwhelmed. Sports. Here we are approaching the next point, sports. As you can see, I'm not an Olympic champion, I'm not a competing bodybuilder, and I don't have a black belt in karate, but my father instilled in me the love and respect for sports. As I said earlier, I train almost every day for about half an hour and it helps me increase my stamina, totally reboot my brain and maintain my health. I look much better now than I was fat. I was a glutton for many years and then lost over 20 kilos. By the way, I have had serious problems with my cardiovascular and nervous systems since childhood. Because of it, I can't train hard in the gym. I can't even ride a bike for the last 7 years. Intensive loads are contraindicated, otherwise I will end up in the hospital. But every morning I start my routine. Here is my gym and here is my secret. I can find a place for training everywhere. I don't need to spend 2 hours a day to commute to the gym. And it helps me maintain my discipline. For the most people it sounds like something unreal to train at home. I was like that too. How many people go to the gym for some minor loads and how much time do they spend on it? I can save extra 2 hours a day by getting the same result. After training at home, you are ready to continue your work full of energy. But there is an important detail hidden in the middle of the day: walking. Usually after 12 p.m. I'm going to the park or just walk the streets of my district. I can combine it with grocery shopping while walking. For me, this is the best way to spend some calories, reboot my brain and think about anything. As I said before, because of health problems, I can't run hard. Also, I can't use a bike. So if you already have a habit of going out for a run or if you often ride a bike, that's great. I envy you because walking is so time consuming. But I have no choice. I can't allow myself to sit all day long. The end of the work. You should determine the time when your work is over. For me, it's about 11 p.m. for now. Then I have an hour for other things like shower, teeth cleaning and watching YouTube. By the way, important note, I don't watch entertaining videos like TikTok garbage. Only educational videos or something inspiring like Martin Dullard, Veritasium and others. It is extremely rare when I get on stupid YouTube shorts and I slap my face in that moment virtually and close the app. The most stupid way to spend time. I can end my work at 9 p.m. if I'm happy with the results for today, but I won't start watching TV or playing games after it. No, I continue some kind of work, but unnecessary and in light mode. I can spend that time on learning something new and useful. For instance, reading some scientific research from PubMed. If you have interesting experience of how not to burn out and manage all the tasks, please share in the comments. The main idea is to spread out my rest throughout the day, allowing me to simultaneously learn 2 languages, work on several big projects, collaborate with clients, exercise and study consistently. This approach helps me enjoy all of these activities while avoiding burnout. Summarizing all that has been said, come up with your own culture, work culture. Try to remove chaos step by step and integrate your own routine step by step. Bye.